What if I tell you there is a moka pot that looks like a luxury gadget, works on every stove, but somehow still leaves you craving more intensity in your cup? Hi everyone, Matteo here. In this video we will talk about the very sleek and very shiny Bialetti Venus for cup moka pot. Let's see what makes it tick and if deserves a spot in your kitchen. Let's start with the build. Venus is made of 1810 stainless steel, which gives it that polished space-age look and also makes it incredibly durable. The construction allows it to work on every type of stove: gas, electric, ceramic, and yes, even induction. And because it's stainless steel, cleanup is a breeze. You can safely use detergent and even toss it in the dishwasher without worrying about damage. One of my favorite features here is the silicone gasket. Unlike rubber, silicone lasts longer, doesn't leave funky flavors in your cup, and won't crumble into mystery bits after a few months. Style-wise, it's a sleek upgrade from the classic Moka Express with rounder lines and polished finish. So far, so premium. But does the coffee it brews live up to the build quality? Let's keep going and find out. Alright, let's talk about size, because here is where things get a bit cheeky. The Venus 4-cup basket fits the same amount of coffee as the Bialetti Moka Express 3-cup and the Brikka 2-cup. That's about 18 grams of coffee. So, calling it a 4-cup, I think it's a little bit optimistic. Don't you think? Now, the boiler underneath holds about 200 ml of water just below the safety valve. So, together with the 18 grams of dose in the basket makes a coffee-to-water ratio of about 1:11. For comparison, the 3-cup Moka Express uses around 140 ml in the boiler with the same amount of coffee in the basket, 18 grams, and this gives a ratio closer to 1 to 7.7. Even if we talk about 2-cup Moka Express or even the Venus 2-cup, they hold 12 grams of coffee in the basket and 90 grams of water in the boiler, and that gives a coffee-to-water ratio of 1 to 7.5. So that's much stronger compared to the 4-cup Venus. But what does this mean in your cup? More volume? Sure, but less intensity. On average, Venus 4-cup delivers a longer but milder brew. It's not about how many cups it makes, but how much punch each cup has. So if you're expecting 4 strong Italian-style shots, you might be left raising an eyebrow. The basket, as I already said, holds around 18 grams of coffee, but paired with a larger boiler capacity, it makes a noticeable difference in extraction dynamics. That generous 200 ml of water reduces concentration but increases the extraction. So you can get a coffee with a higher extraction but with a lower intensity. The bed depth is similar to the 2-cup Venus, but because of the different coffee-to-water ratio and the added water, the flavor profile shifts. Dark roasted coffee tends to come out more bitter in this moka pot, due to the longer exposure to water. On the other hand, light roasted coffee behaves better here, giving a more balanced cup. Still mellow, but more enjoyable. So if you are looking to experiment, this pot pairs well with lighter roast that shine through even in lower intensity brews. Coffee prep, as I always say, matters when you brew with the moka pot, and that includes Venus 4-cup. So always distribute your coffee well in the basket to achieve a more uniform extraction and avoid channeling. I like using a 54mm dosing ring with a WTT tool. Bonus tip: if you get a dosing ring with magnets, the stainless steel basket snaps on satisfyingly. Nerdy? Yes. Worth it? I don't know. It's up to you. I like it. A good distribution and gentle heat lead to a nice, smooth and consistent brew from start to finish. Brewing with Venus needs a bit more finesse because stainless steel behaves differently than aluminium. Use low heat, but not just for control, because if you use too much heat, the water rises very fast. On induction, I have had brews done in just over 1 minute. Compare that to 3.5 minutes on an aluminium moka pot. When I brew dark roasted coffee, I usually put less water in the boiler. In this way, I can reduce the bitter flavors in the cup. Now let's talk about what this all means for the coffee itself. Because of that high coffee to water ratio, the extraction runs high. You can pull out a lot from the grounds, but that also means the cup ends up lighter, so it doesn't have that thick, bold punch that some people expect from a mocha. With dark roast, this can be a problem, because the longer contact with the water often leads to excessive bitterness. But with light roast instead, that's where Venus surprised me, because you can get a nice, clean cup, sweet, with a lot of brightness and far fewer bitter notes. If you enjoy a longer cup of coffee that is smooth and low in intensity, like an Americano-style coffee, Venus can absolutely deliver. Just don't expect it to satisfy your espresso-style or cappuccino-style coffee needs. If you want to increase the intensity of the coffee, you can still use the AeroPress filter with Venus, and that fits perfectly in a 4-cup, but that will also increase the extraction because of the increased resistance. So if you brew medium dark roasted coffee, it can get very bitter. Also, if you want to improve the metal filtration, Venus 4-cup fits the 3-cup ENB Lab competition filter. Okay, so in my opinion, the pros of Venus 4-cup are that is made from 1810 stainless steel, so makes it durable and stylish, works on all stovetops, gas, electric, ceramic and induction, it's detergent safe and also dishwasher friendly. The silicone gasket lasts longer and avoids funky flavors. It's great for light roast, giving you a balanced and clean taste, and fits the 3-cup ENB Lab competition filter, and also fits perfectly the classic AeroPress paper filter. And regarding the cons, the fact that it's a bit misleading with a 4-cup label when it has the same basket of the 3-cup Moka Express. Give me at least the same amount of the 4-cup Moka Express. The lower intensity brew, which is not ideal for strong moka pot fans or for milk-based drinks. The very fast extraction, if you don't manage very well the heat, that can bring unevenness in taste in the cup, and not satisfying for those who want bold, strong coffee in one go. So my final thoughts are, if you are after a long, mild cup, or you enjoy brewing light roasted coffee, the Venus 4-cup might be your mocha match. But if you're chasing intensity and cappuccino dreams, maybe stick with the Express or even the Brikka. Now I want to hear from you. Do you own a Venus? How does it compare to your other mocha pots? Just leave a message in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and if you are curious about how to keep your Venus in top shape, check out my deep cleaning and maintenance video. I will link it right here in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in my next videos, and in the meantime, I wish you a wonderful day and delicious coffee. Ciao!